it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I'm going to be using Basic Gray's B-side collection for my layout. This black paper right here I am showing you, it is, well, the opposite side of that is black. It is going to be the border around my page. I am going to go ahead and gut it. I know I have a lot of papers, and I have a lot of papers in this collection particularly, but it's a habit at this point to get the papers. I am going to use this paper. It is wood grain on one side, but I use the opposite side of that. It is a cream with some wonky white dots. They're very small, and that I'm going to put on top of there, and that is going to be the background of my paper. So today I am going to use a sketch, and I had found this sketch at Schmel.com, and it is from January 19th, 2011. I do change it up a little bit on this sketch, which I don't believe I show you, but you can go to Schmel.com and find it. At the bottom there is nothing, and to me, I didn't care for that. It looked a little bit naked. So I went ahead and put some paper and embellishments at the bottom as well. But that is the sketch I used for this layout. Right here I'm going to go ahead and map my photo. I did use a pink, and then I used this stripe to map this photo. This is a photo of Bailey, and what I am talking about in my journaling, which actually I don't know if I really talked about it, it's like a sentence, but when we had gotten back from vacation, she was kind of acting like a little bit of a jerk. It's like she was mad at me or something. She wouldn't have anything to do with me. So I'm sitting on one side of the couch, and she goes and sits on the other and points her body away from me. And when I would try and talk to her or say, "Come here, Bailey," she was not having any of it. She was still mad that I left her alone for, however long. So, well, not alone. I mean, she did have a caregiver, but the point is, I wasn't there, and she was pissed because she's a dog and they have attitude problems, maybe even worse than cats. I'm just saying. So right here, I had cut some different pieces of paper out. I'm going to go ahead and start building the foundation of my page. That strip of teal, I do have a matching one at the bottom, and then that little tiny strip of the hot pink with the hashes on them, I have a matching strip of that at the bottom. As you can see right there, I did put a yellow strip as well to kind of mirror the top. Right here I'm showing my glue gun saying, hey, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to glue this down, and here's my thread because I am also going to stitch. And I will be back to show you what it looks like. I did show you the Tim Holtz Distress Ink in black, which I do not end up inking any of my edges. I just kept them raw. So this is what my stitching is. I did straight stitches, but then around for the sides I did some zigzag, which was back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And at this point I had fixed my bobbin thread, so I keep pulling out my sewing machine, so probably you can expect to see that a lot in the future. Right there I was using a tiny metal ruler. I was trying to pull up the edges. I had put too much adhesive on it, so I wanted to pop those edges up a little bit and rough them up. Here I am just getting into the embellishments, and I am laying different things down that I think I might want to use. I am showing you the thread. I am showing you that I'm going to use these letters, and I am going to be back and show you these. These are the embellishment clusters I made. Typically I make these on the page, but this time I decided to make them individually. So most of them are popped up with foam tape, but some of them aren't. Like that little Bailey tab, it's flat. It's a flat piece. But this was actually quite enjoyable and way different from what I usually do, but it was nice because then when I went to go put down my cluster, I just put it down. I mean, I had already made it, so I didn't have to really work as hard at this point to make them one cohesive piece because I had already done that previously. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to stitch on them. So I go ahead and put down this tag, and I am going to put a cluster above it. I am going to put some twine through that. I did the cluster over at the bottom right. It says evidence. This is evidence. This picture is evidence of her acting like a little jerk. And then at the bottom I had that XOXO, which I also stitched on and popped it up on some foam tape. Right there, there is this trap space. Right there, I just covered up. I was looking for something in that box that I could put there. Here, these are the letters I am going to write my title with. It says, "Don't Talk to Me." I did use 2 arrow strips that came from that 7 Gypsies alpha. I'm going to use some homemade plastic dots and also some Nuvo crystal to put some dots down in black and pink. Now the first one of these Nuvo crystals I had gotten as a free gift from Scrapbook.com several months ago, and I really loved it. And so since then I have been building my collection up a little bit. I have not made any, I've seen videos where people have made the Nuvo dots on some, I guess, wax paper or parchment paper, and I haven't tried that one yet. I've just put it directly on my page. I did paint with those on an embellishment before, and it turned out really nice. So I do like those. I don't really have a review on them yet, but maybe I will. And that's all I'm going to do to the layout. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.